Be a good person in this bad world. So sometimes you might be asking, why am I such a good person? What's the reason of even being a good person in this really competitive world where being a self-interested individual really helps you in life? What's the purpose of helping other individuals if you can literally screw them over and help you achieve your goals? And unfortunately, this is the reality, although it is quite contextual. It doesn't apply to every single scenario, but generally speaking, if you're someone that's very self-interested and if you're someone that's willing to screw other individuals over to achieve your success, there's a higher probability that you will do so. So why should you even be a good person if the world is so bad, especially with everything going on in the world? There's a lot of things going wrong at the moment, and thus you might be thinking of making some changes when it comes to yourself. You might be thinking of doing some things you probably wouldn't have done before just because it feels like that life is against you. And we both know that deep down you actually don't want to do it because you know it goes against your moral compass, and the only reason you want to do something like that is because life is really hard. But then that brings me back to the question, why should you even be a good person even if the world is bad? Even though if you feel like the world is screwing you over. The reason you should be a good person is also from a self-interest perspective. If you are helping other individuals out, if you're willing to go the extra mile to contribute to something else, someone else, they will generally appreciate and remember you. But is this the reason you should do it? Well, in my opinion, not necessarily, because when it comes to us humans, generally speaking, most of our decisions are made based on our emotions, and thus, if you're someone that does something well, it will make you feel better. That's the reason for it. And I know it sounds very selfish, and a lot of people will say, yeah, that's not the reason I do so. But from a classical economic perspective, every single individual is a self-interested person. So even though if you are helping other individuals out, even though you're doing something to benefit someone else, there's almost always some sort of compensation coming back. And it doesn't always have to be money. Sometimes it can also just be the feeling of feeling fulfilled. And that's one of the reasons why it is super important to be a good person even though the world is bad. Because if you're someone that continues to be a good person, you'll continue to have this good moral compass that will keep you fulfilled in life. Because unfortunately, once you get rid of this moral compass and you start to do things that are not aligned with your integrity, you'll start to feel less fulfilled. You start to feel unhappy, miserable, even if you are succeeding in life and achieving the goals that you always desired. And thus, that's why it's very important to be a good person, even in this bad world. You don't have to necessarily screw all the individuals over to achieve the goals in life. Because even if you achieve those goals, most likely you'll still be miserable, unhappy, and unfulfilled. While if you're someone that's more of a good person, someone that's helping other individuals out, it will help you to get the fulfillment you're looking for, and at the same time your integrity will stay intact. So let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever thought about a situation like this. Have you ever thought about becoming more of a bad person, doing stuff you'd later on regret just for the short-term benefit? Because I know I'm not the only one that had those thoughts in my mind, and thus I thought I might as well make a video about it and just share my perspective that even if you want to be a self-interested person, you can still be a good person. And that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider to hit the subscribe button and help your brother out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye bye.